Hi, welcome to data science class. This is Vivian here. Today we will look at Python strings and what are the different functions that are built in with strings in Python. So let's go to our notebooks, create a new notebook. I'm going to save it as Python strings. Let's look at how we can declare strings in variables. We've probably seen some things before where I can create a string inside a variable like this and display it out. I can also give it in single strings, single quotes, something like this, single string, and I can also use something called as triple quotes. Triple quotes kind of keep the formatting intact, so I can say triple string equal to, so if you want to keep your formatting consistent in multiple lines with tabs and all those things, you can do this. I can say test with, oops, let's go back, can use some spacing here, triple quotes. There you go. Now when I try to print this out, you'll see that okay, this one was not run, so I'm going to run that again, and there you go. You see it shows up all the spaces, the slash n which is for the next line, and it keeps the formatting intact as and how you declared it. So that's the best part about using triple quotes. You can use single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes for this. Now what if you want to get the location of a particular string, or what exactly exists at a particular location in a string? So you can use indexing for that. For example, let's say I create a string called as something awesome is going to happen today, and now if I want the location, let's say at 0, at items at index 0, I can do this and it will give me s as index 0. So what happens is a string is nothing but a list of characters. So you can say this is at the first index, second index, third index, fourth index. You can get anything that you want at a particular index, for example index 3, and I get e is at 0, 1, 2, 3, and e is what is available. We can also go the other way around, so it starts at 0, but if you go the reverse way, starts at -1 from behind. So I can say okay, what is that -1, and it will give me y, which is this thing. If I say I want at index, let's say 12, I'll get h, which is this one. So if you say -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 is h, so it will give you that. You can also get a range, so I can say what is at, let's give me everything from 0 to 6, and you'll see it will say from 0 to 6 is summed. I can say give me everything from 0 to end of line, and it will give me everything if you don't say anything. If I say from start to 7, it will give you 7 characters. You can say that I want everything after 12 to 17, and it will say isum is at that particular character. So this is how you can get the substring by using this particular characters. You can also find the length of a string by just using len function. So this is how you call functions. You've used print functions before, so similarly I can just use the len function and give it a string argument, and it will give me the length of that entire string. I can convert the string into all lowercase by calling the lower function and giving the string as function as an object over there, and say give how does it look when it converted into lowercase, and this is how you can get lower. Similarly, you can convert everything to upper by calling the upper function. So this is how lowercase and upper function work. You can do something like replace items in the string by saying I want to replace I wherever there is I with 0. Can do this, and if you see something became something 0 ng and is became 0s, going became, so you can convert all these items using replace item. So you can replace part of the string, or you can replace everything in the string or a particular word in the string using that. For example, I can say I want to replace is, and if you see is replaced by 0 here. So you can kind of do a lot of creative stuff using this. You can also get counts of how many times, let's say, a particular string exists or a character exists. If I say s, it will say 2 times, which is at s here and here. So that's how it can give me count s here and s here. It's not counting s because that is capital, so not the first one inside a string, the string which is something awesome is, so s is here, s is here, so it's going to count these two s's as number 2. And what else? If I want to find a particular item, so I can say find, say awesome. It will find exactly what index awesome is at. You can change it to going. You'll see it will say at 21. So this is index 21, and that's where going is. You can split a string. So for example, let's say our string is currently this, but I can happen awesome today, and now I can say the string dot split, call the split function, and I want to use awesome and split the string. So what this will do is it will give me a list of items where it'll say first item is something, and since it's splitting by awesome, is going to happen is the second item because there's awesome again, and today here. Usually it's used for, let's say you have something separated by comma, or you have something separated by pipe, and you want to split it based on that. That's where it is quite helpful. So these are different types of ways in which you can use strings and use their functions. Play around with them and let me know if you have any questions.